Hi everyone, I hope you can all hear me. I'm trying my new microphone today. I just wanted to go live a couple minutes early so I could make sure the setup was better than last time. So we're trying out this new mic. Hopefully it's gonna work. Loud, oh, you've got me loud and clear. Yes, amazing. Thank you for letting me know. This is good, I'm excited. I've got my Rode mic, my new mic attached to me, so we're gonna see how this pans out. Hopefully it will be okay. I hope you've all had a good day and that your week is going okay. Mine's been a little bit of a rocky one, as I'm sure everyone's feeling it now. If you're still in isolation or in lockdown, you're probably feeling the same as I am, but we're gonna get through it. I'm feeling super positive today and I'm really excited for this flow. We're gonna be focusing on lower body, a little bit of core as well. And yeah, whenever you're ready, we'll hop on our mat, make sure it's rolled out. What I should have done actually is send you the link to the playlist. Let's see if I can do that now. If not, not to worry. Not to worry. Oh, can we get onto this? Oh, I can actually see myself on my computer. Okay, I'm gonna post it into the chat, the playlist for today. Let's do this now. If you're watching this back, you're gonna wanna skip ahead to like 4 minutes in. Let's post this. Everyone's got the playlist. Okay. Let's shut that. So just waiting 1 more minute for everyone to tune in. Make sure you've got some water nearby as well. It's going to be a little bit fiery today, which I'm looking forward to. Okay, let's all hit play on our playlist together. I've got it in my ear. Okay, so we're gonna start out lying down today. So if you come all the way down onto your back, I'm gonna say sitting so I can talk to you and you can hear me. So just all the way down onto your back like you're going to sleep in a nice, comfortable lying down position. And just letting your arms rest at your sides. Really trying to roll your shoulders down away from your ears. And if you didn't already, shutting off your eyes. Just finding that stillness, finding that presence on the mat or on the ground beneath you this evening. And seeing if, as best as you can start to turn your awareness from everything that's going on around you, turning that awareness inwards, introspection, noticing how you feel, how your body feels, how your mind feels, what kind of mood you arrived in your practice today. And just starting to tune in to all those little parts of the body that are connecting with the ground beneath you, whether it's the heels of your feet, the backs of your legs, your sitting bones, your upper back, the back of the head, the backs of the hands. And just using all those really small grounding connections to bring you into the present, to bring you into this exact moment that we're in together. And this is a little trick I like to use wherever I am, whether it's in my practice or I'm a little bit stressed throughout the day. I just bring my awareness back to any part of my body that's connecting with the earth. And it can really help to ground you, to relieve your anxiety and just calm the nervous system. When you're ready, taking one hand onto your belly and the other hand on top of that. So both hands are stacked on top of your belly, and starting to breathe a little deeper into that lower belly space. Really seeing if you can expand not just through your lungs and your rib cage, but also the lower belly. And unless you're doing this practice, if you're not pregnant, we're going to do a breath. So breathing in, filling up the lungs, filling up the belly, and then pausing at the top just for a couple of seconds. And then exhale, letting all the air out. Pausing at the bottom with no breath left in the lungs. And then refill the lungs. Inhale, expand through the ribcage, expand through the belly. Pause at the top. Exhale, let all that stale air go, blow it out. Pausing at the bottom. And just starting to continue the breath like this, pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom. And just seeing if as you do this, you can find that peace, that complete stillness and tranquility in the pause, in the stillness. Feel that energy in just those couple of seconds of like heavenly stillness. And then at the end of a round of this breath, we're just going to return to a normal pace of breathing. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And before we start moving today, just setting that intention for your practice, especially because it's a lower body and core focused practice, maybe something relating to grounding, your anxiety, your feelings of confidence. Whether it's just saying to yourself, it's okay to feel how you're feeling at the moment. Having that kind of acceptance. And just by having that acceptance, we can already feel better about the situation we're in. The mind works in crazy ways. And then when you're ready, just taking a big reach up overhead. We're going to stretch ourselves out all the way long, pointing fingers from toes, toes from fingers. And then draw your knees up in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze in. And then letting arms fall out to your T shape. We'll drop our knees over to the left-hand side and gently turning your gaze over to the right if it feels comfortable for you. Just really trying to breathe in through the side of the body. And then as you inhale, coming back up to center. As you exhale, dropping your knees over to the right-hand side, looking over the left shoulder and really just sinking your knees over to the right side, shoulder down to the left, staying with the breath, just staying here. I'm going to quickly check we're still live. I had a call in my ear. We're still good, okay. Sorry guys. Just staying in that twist. And then on your next inhale, coming back up to center. We'll take our knees back into our chest, give yourself a little squeeze. This is the funny thing about lives, they always have little glitches. And then from here, I want you to take your feet to the floor. Arms down by your sides. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. So you want to just make sure that your thighs are hip distance apart. And as you inhale, squeezing through the hips, lifting up, making sure you've got a slight tuck under in the tailbone. Inhale, see if you can lift a little higher. And just maybe giving your glutes a little prod, seeing if they're still turned on. Let's take one more breath here, just starting to warm up through the legs, through the glutes. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly rolling down, giving your knees a little wiggle from side to side just to massage that lower back area. And then we're going to come straight back to it. So inhale, lifting the hips, drive up. And then as you inhale, I want you to see if you can lift your toes away from the floor. So just your heels are on the ground, and then really try and drive through the heels, lift up, squeeze up. As you exhale, we're going to drop our toes down, see if we can lift our heels, squeeze up. Heels down, toes lift, drive up. Don't let your knees flare open, keep them squeezing toward each other. Exhale, toes down, heels lift. I can already feel my quads, my glutes starting to burn. Let's go for one more like this. Exhale, heels down, toes lift. Make sure your hips don't sink like mine are right now. You want to squeeze up, drive up. And then exhale, toes down, heels lift. Last little bit, keep squeezing up. And then as you exhale, slowly rolling all the way down onto your back. If your heels are still lifted, drop them. And we take that rock of the knees from side to side, just getting into that lower back area. One more bridge variation. Stay with me. As you inhale, we're going to lift, squeeze up. Take a breath out. Now, as you inhale, I want you to open your knees out to the sides, roll onto the outside edges of the feet, and then imagine like you've got one of those exercise balls between your thighs, between your knees. Squeeze them together. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze, drive your knees together. Don't let them touch, just coming back to hip distance. 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze together. 2 more. Open. Squeeze together. It's already fiery. 1 more. Inhale, squeeze. And together. And then gently rolling all the way down onto your back. Make sure to windscreen wiper the knees. And then we're going to take our knees in towards our chest. Give ourselves a little squeeze. Hands are going to come underneath the knees. Begin to rock and roll forwards and backwards until you can come all the way up to a cross leg. Sweep your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, fold forwards, hands to the floor. Really trying to lengthen through the spine as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, softening down. Really trying to find that fold over the legs. Trying to drop knees away from each other. If this is you right now, that's okay. That was once me too. So really just trying to work into it. Tilt the pelvis forwards. Let's take 1 more breath. And then gently walking fingertips back towards you. We're going to roll over onto hands and knees into our tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. As you inhale, coming into your cow pose, drop your belly, lift your chest. Actively try to roll your shoulders back behind you. As you exhale, pushing around, chin to chest. Inhale, belly lowers, lift the chest, roll your shoulders back. And as you exhale, pushing around, look towards your belly button, really pulling your belly button up towards your spine. And let's go 1 more round. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, pushing around. Then coming to a neutral spine, I want you to walk your hands forwards. We're going to come into our puppy pose. So just starting to send your chest down towards the ground. You want your hips to stay completely stacked over your knees. So we're not falling forwards like this. You'll feel yourself sliding. And you're not too far back like this, like a child's pose. You want to try and find that hips over knees position. And then really trying to melt your chest, your heart space to the ground. Maybe you take your forehead down. Maybe you look forwards and take your chin to the floor. Keep breathing here. Let's take one more breath. And then sliding yourself forwards. Wiggle your forearms back towards you. Make sure they're shoulder width apart by just grabbing opposite elbows. We're going to step back into our forearm plank. So toes come back behind you. Hips stay relatively low in line with the body. So we're not looking for this. We're looking for this to start with. Strong core. Pull your belly up and in. And then from here, coming to dolphin, so we start to walk our toes towards our face. Our hips lift to the sky. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Feel free to take a really soft bend through the legs. You're probably going to feel it quite strong through the backs of the hamstrings or the calves. And then from here, walking toes back, coming back into your forearm plank, holding here. 2 more like this. Stay with me. It's an amazing strengthener. Core, triceps, shoulders, everything. Walking toes towards your face, back into dolphin. Press your chest back. Don't lose your breath. And then from here, back into forearm plank. You've got this. One more. Stay with me. Okay. Walking toes towards you. You're probably ready to kill me already. Press your chest back. If you're working towards your pincher, your forearm stand, this is a great one for you to do. And then slowly dropping your knees down, untuck your toes, press your hips back into your child's pose. And especially if I've done anything with my shoulders, I like to take my hands behind me, shoulders falling towards my ears. In a nice little cocoon. Just finding your breath again. And then when you're ready, slowly lifting yourself up. We're going to meet in a downward facing dog. So either coming through hands and knees or just finding your way there, however you'd like. Press your chest back. If you want to start to take some pedals through the legs, please feel free. Pedal it out. It's an absolute storm outside. Good, okay. Bending both knees, let's look forwards to the top of our mat. Step forwards, right toes, left toes. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, folding down. And then taking a breath in, sweep arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's get it. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, diving forwards, fold, palms plant down. Stepping back into your high plank, upper push-up position. Inhale, rock forwards. Exhale, knees lower. Let's lower all the way down onto our belly and chest. As you inhale, lifting, peeling up. And as you exhale, tucking your toes, press up to downward facing dog. Okay, the juicy part arrives. As we inhale, left leg to the sky. Today we're going to point through the toes. I want you to make sure that both hips are level with each other, so you're not opening your hip up to the left. Hips are square, kicking the left leg as high as you can to the sky. And once it's at its highest point, we're going to pulse for 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and squeeze. Look forwards, take a big step forwards between your hands and drop your back knee down. Inhale, sweep up, low lunge. Finding your breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, hands onto your hips. We're going to take a deep lean into the front knee, open up through the right hip flexor. Breath in. Deep breath out. And then as you inhale, coming out the front knee, trying to tuck your tailbone under. For this next part, you might want to shuffle your foot a little bit closer to you. We're going to tuck the back toes under. And as you breathe in, focus on straightening the back leg rather than lifting it. So inhale, straighten. Exhale, slowly, slowly lower down. Inhale, straighten that back leg. Exhale, slowly, slowly lower down. Yes. Inhale, straighten. Exhale down. That was the last one. We've just got one more lift up. Inhale to lift. So we're now in our crescent lunge, hands on hips. And as you exhale, I want you to start sending that back heel down towards the ground. Rebend into the front knee and find that stretch through your right hip flexor. So slight tuck under in the tailbone, press your heel down to the floor. Yes, breathe in. If your front leg is burning, mine is too. Okay, one more inhale and out. And then we'll breathe in, sweep up. Exhale, warrior two, pivot that back heel down and just make sure the front heel is in line with the back arch of your foot. If you need to straighten your leg for a second, please feel free, and then meet me back in your warrior two. Inhale, reach, flip. We're going to reverse our warrior. Keep bending into the front knee. As you exhale, forearm to thigh, side angle, reach your right arm up and over. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, well, it's actually a lot harder, we're going to inhale, lift our left arm parallel to the right, keep reaching over to the left. Lots of core here, lots of burn through the quads. And then as you inhale, back to your warrior two. Last little bit through the front quad, so please stay with me. We're going to lift our front heel away from the floor. Can be as high or as low as you want it to be. And we're going to pulse for 5, so bouncing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and squeeze low. And then drop your heel. Hands cartwheel down. Frame the front foot. Take your back knee to the floor. As you breathe in, walk your hands back towards you, coming into that half split. Oh, that was fire. Okay, breathing in, length through the spine. And as you breathe out, folding a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And fold. Good. Great chance to get your breath back. And then walking fingertips back forwards to the top of the mat. We're going to tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, step back into our high plank upper push-up, either lowering knees, chest, chin down, or following me, we take a full chaturanga to up dog, press up, tops of the feet pressing down into the mat, lifting your knees away from the floor. And then as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in, big breath out. My goodness, if you can hear the rain, it's insane outside. Okay, coming straight to the other side. We're going to inhale, right foot up to the sky, as high as it can go. Hips stay square. Lifting, 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 and we pulse for 5. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and squeeze at the top. Look forwards and take a big step forwards between your hands. Drop the back knee down. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, sweeping up. Big breath in and out. Let it out through your mouth if you need to. And as you exhale, hands onto hips. Let's lean into the front knee. Find a nice stretch through this left hip flexor. Sink your hips to the floor. And then slightly coming out that front knee, trying to release the compression in this right hip by just tucking the tailbone under slightly. You want to drag your foot a little bit closer to you. Toes tuck under. I should say, if you feel more balanced here with arms out to the sides, please feel free. You don't have to absolutely do everything that I'm doing. So inhale, let's straighten through the back leg. Exhale, slowly lower down. Control it. Don't just drop your knee to the floor. Poor kneecap, don't kill it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly lower. Drive down. Inhale to lift. My God, I'm sweating already. Exhale, slowly lower. Last one, lift. Staying here. And then thinking about pressing that back heel down towards the floor. Keep leaning into the front knee. Tailbone's tucked under. We're stretching through this left hip. If it's drawing back, which is naturally going to want to do, really try your best to tilt it, twist it back forwards, and then work from there. One more breath. As you inhale, sweep up, high on the back toes. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust your feet as you need to. Front heel in line with the back arch. As you inhale, reach, flip, reverse. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Reach up and over. Left arm goes all the way straight. Straight line from your fingers to your foot. And then option. Fiery option. If you want to, inhale, right arm in line with the left. Keep reaching over to the side. This one always gets me. Breathe in and out. And then as you inhale, back to your warrior two. Last little bit. We got through this side quicker. We're going to lift the front heel high onto tiptoes. And we pulse for 5. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold at the bottom, try to smile at yourself, and then drop your heel, hands cartwheel down, frame the front foot, back knee drops to the floor, walking your fingertips towards you. If you need to, give your front heel a wiggle forwards, and then trying to lift the chest as you breathe in. Exhale, folding forwards. Deep breath in. Exhale to fold. One more. Really nice. Crawling your hands forwards. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're going to Vinyasa. So stepping your right foot back, either staying in your high plank and we'll go full chaturanga, or dropping your knees, options. Let's go. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Press into the tops of your feet. Oh my gosh, there's a rainbow outside. Wow. And as you exhale, press up and back. Breathing in. Big breath out. And then looking forwards to the top of the mat. Let's lead with the left toes this time. Left toes, right toes, step forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, refold. And as you inhale, take a big sweep up, look up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just take this moment to give everything a little bit of a shake out. Take a sip of water if you need to. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to carry on. So you just want to check that feet are hip distance apart from each other. We're going to take hands up overhead as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, sending your weight into your left toes, hands to heart center, right knee lifts in towards our chest. Coming to your one-legged standing pose. Make sure you're focusing on a spot in front of you that's really still. And as you exhale, soft through the standing leg, we're going to kick back behind us and float our arms out to the sides. Warrior three, holding here. Taking a massive step back, landing into your crescent lunge. Nearly fell. Holding here. And then we're going to take a big step up, so I'll show you first. Hands by your sides, right knee lifts up into your chest. Let's go together. Breathe in. Exhale, step up. Really nice. Step back, high lunge, inhale. Exhale, step up, right knee to chest. Let's go, step back, high lunge. Now from here, instead of stepping up, we're going to come back to our warrior three. So hands by your sides, chest leans forwards, lift the back toes. Ooh. Then, a little bit of a challenge. I want you to nose dive as close to the floor as you possibly can without your hands. And when you feel like you need to, drop your fingers to the floor and really try and lift your right leg to the sky. We're going to pulse at the top for 5. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and squeeze. And then taking your right knee behind your left knee, we're going to slide all the way down to the floor. So our right knee comes outside our foot. Turn our toes slightly off the mat and see if we can sit down into that gap we've made. If you got it, well done. Okay, inhale, sweeping up. And as you exhale, twisting to the left, hugging with that right arm, left hand comes behind. And you really want to pull and squeeze this knee in towards your chest so you get that full stretch through the left glute, whilst also twisting through the spine. Just finding your breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more breath. And then as you inhale, coming back to center, let me face you so you can see what I'm doing for this next part. I want you to slide this top leg all the way around, making sure both bum cheeks are on the floor, trying to stack your knees as much as you possibly can. As you inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, folding a little deeper. 2 more breaths. I know this can be really intense, can make you even feel a little bit dizzy, so just staying with the breath. We're not here for long. Really nice, calming up. Hands behind you. We're going to lift the left leg away from the right. Take it back to the floor. I'm going to turn back to face forwards. And then options, either you can take arms up overhead, throw them forwards and see if you can lift yourself up into a kneeling position without your hands. If you need your hands to help you up, please feel free. From here, we're going to take fingertips to the floor and kick our right leg back up to the sky. Tucking your right knee in towards your chest. Squeeze your right leg into your left leg. Look forward, so you're like in a flamingo position. And see if you can rise all the way up to standing. Right knee into chest. We're back in our one-legged standing pose. And as you exhale, release. Shake that left leg out. That's going to be a glute burner in the morning. Okay, coming to the other side. When you're ready, have I got some funky hairstyle going on right now? I can't see. Okay, inhale, sweep up. As you exhale, leaning into the right foot Left knee lifts, hands to heart center. Find your stability. We won't move until I've given you that chance to find it. Really trying to stand up tall, not leaning back, not leaning forwards. And then soft through the standing leg. Let's float our arms, kick back. Imagine like you're Superman flying. I don't know why this position, Warrior 3, always reminds me of Superman, but it does. And then when you're ready, we take a big step back. I fell. Big step back into your crescent lunge, holding here. And then stepping up like we did on the other side, hands to your side, left knee in. Big step back, crescent lunge. Exhale, step up and lift. Really nice, big step back, crescent lunge. Don't know what's happening to my balance today. And then we're gonna float our hands by our sides. Chest comes forwards. We're coming into that Warrior 3 position. Holding here. See if you can start to nose dive towards the floor as low as you can without your hands. And then dropping fingers to the floor. Head towards the ground. Kick that left leg as high as you can. And once it's at the top, we pulse for 5. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and squeeze. And then taking your left knee behind your right. Slide it down outside your foot and sit into the gap. Coming to our twist, we're going to inhale to lift. Exhale, twisting round to the right. Hug your knee into your chest and take your fingertips back behind you. Keep pulling this knee into your chest whilst you find your twist around. Breathing in, deep breath out. Inhale and twist. And then coming back to face forward, we're coming into that cow face. So drawing the top leg around the bottom leg, stacking knees as much as you possibly can. Doesn't matter if it looks a bit like this, that's absolutely fine. We're just working it across as much as we can. And then when you're ready, beginning to fold forwards. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Take an inhale. And exhale. And then slowly coming back up, fingertips behind you, right foot to the floor. Little bit of fun here, arms come up overhead. See if you can throw yourself forwards and lift up into a kneeling position. Hands come down to the floor. We're gonna lift our left leg up towards the sky, kick it up. Left knee into our chest like a flamingo. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Look forwards and see if you can begin to rise up into a one-legged standing pose. Yes. Deep breath in and out. Dropping your left leg down. Give your leg a good shake, shaking everything out. Take another sip of water. And then we're going to go into a nice little stretch on our mat. So coming all the way down. No fancy way to get there today. Taking your feet out in front of you. Inhale to lift the chest, grabbing under the knees. Slowly start to lower your chest back. Keep that lower belly engaged, lifting your toes away from the floor. Keep the chest lifted. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last 2 breaths. If you want to float your hands with me, please feel free. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then keeping your chest where it is so the core is still turned on. We're going to take our toes to the floor, roll all the way down onto your back, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, drawing your knees in towards your chest, give them a good squeeze in. We're going to take our left foot to the floor, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and then reaching through, grab the back of your thigh, both feet flexed. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw your thigh towards you. We're working with our breath the whole time here. So inhale, trying to stay where you are, maybe pushing your elbow into your thigh to press it out. And then as you exhale, drawing closer to you. Take a deep breath in, visualizing the breath being sent to that right glute as you breathe out, pulling in. 2 more breaths. Last one. And then really gently releasing away from you, left foot to the floor. We're going to keep this crossover. Slide your right thigh on top of your left thigh, arms out to a T shape, and let your knees fall all the way over to the left-hand side. Finding that nice twist over to the left. If this right shoulder is lifting away from the floor, I want you to work with your breath so that every time you breathe out, your shoulder drops a little bit closer, melts a little bit further into the ground. And it's okay if your knees aren't all the way down as well. You're just focusing on softening them down on every breath out. If you want to finish the twist with the neck, you just look slightly over to the right, turning your head. And then as you breathe in, coming back up to center, uncross, make sure your hips come back to the center, and we'll go to the other side. So left ankle over the right knee, reach through, grab around the back of your thigh, both feet flexed. Make sure you're pressing your elbow into your thigh to press that knee away from you. And as you exhale, drawing towards you. Big breath in. Exhale, pulling in. And just noticing if maybe one side feels much tighter than the other. I know for me, my left side is always tighter. So just paying particular attention on sending the breath to that glute. Breathing into the space. Let's take 2 more breaths together. Last one in. Deep breath out. And then gently, gently releasing your right leg away from you. Take it to the floor. Left thigh slides over the right. Arms to your T shape, and this time we're dropping our knees over to the right, looking over the left shoulder. And again, if your arm is lifting or your shoulder's lifting, just working with the breath. Take a deep breath in, fill up the lungs, feel your breath expanding into your rib cage. And as you exhale, soften it down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then slowly, slowly lifting up to center. We're going to uncross our legs, squeeze our knees in towards our chest. Take a really good hug in. If you want to, taking little rocks from side to side. And then letting your legs come all the way out long to the floor, hands by your sides, closing off your eyes and just finding your stillness in Shavasana again. Coming back to that connection between your body and the earth beneath you. And every time the chattering mind starts to flicker thoughts into the head right now, which it's definitely going to do, just coming back to a spot on the body that is connecting with the earth. Trying to release any kind of control, any kind of hold over the body, over the breath. Keep letting the head rest heavy down into your mat. And then we're going to take both hands back onto the space in our belly, one on top of the other, staying in a lying down position. I've just lifted up so I can talk to you. I'm really trying to send the breath down into those bottom hands again. Deep belly breaths in, deep belly breaths out. And seeing if now maybe it feels easier than it did at the beginning of our practice to breathe into that space. Maybe it feels exactly the same, which is fine. And then taking both arms up overhead, take a really big stretch out long. Stretching your fingers from your toes, toes from fingers. And then gently helping yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position, whether it's rolling through one side. And then once you've lifted, reclosing the eyes if you open them. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms together to touch. As you exhale, take hands to your heart center, press your thumbs into your heart space, and just take this moment to send some gratitude, some love to your body, to yourself for taking this time out of your day today to practice, to honor your body, to honor yourself, to reconnect. And then just taking a moment to remind yourself of that intention that intuitively just came to you at the beginning of your practice. Gently bowing into the head, bowing the chest. The light in me honors the light in every single one of you that came to practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to practice with me this evening. I hope it was a little bit better with my new snazzy mic. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a leg burner, core burner. And I hope to see you back here very, very soon. I hope you all have a lovely evening. If you didn't already, you can leave feedback in the comments. I'm always willing to take your feedback on board. And I hope to see you all here soon. Mwah.